Yes, yes, yes. Shalom, Chabarim. Shalom. This is Yadon, aka Ras Iodonis Teferi. Ras Iodonis Tefari. This is Yadon right here. I have to say a few words about one of my favorite, I think, unsung hip hop artists, right? Israeli rapper, hip hop artist, Aiden Derso. Aiden Derso. Right? Aiden Derso, he echata ma'amanei ha-hip hop ha-tovima biyoter. היא האומנית העברית הכי טובה. היא האומנית הישראלית האתיופאית הכי טובה. היפ-הופ גבר או נקבה. לדעתי. I said that Aiden Derso, right? She's one of the best hip hop artists. She's the best Hebrew, I'll say Hebrew artist. She's the best uh, Israeli artist, especially like Israeli, Ethiopian artist, Beta Israel, artist, hip hop, Gever or Nekeva. I'll say male or female. Leddaati, in my opinion, right? So, but here, there's a couple of articles. I wanted to share a couple of words, yeah, concerning Eden Derso. Right now, this was an article here from 2019. Now, as I began to like kind of research, I was thinking about this. I was listening to one of her tunes, Keter, what's it, Keter Shakuf, Keter Shakuf, right? Shakuf, right? Transparent Crown. One of the tunes she says, which says Ani New Age Malka Shava, like Malka, Queen of Shava, right? Queen of Sheba, right? She's New Age Queen of Sheba. And then I checked out this article here again, actually. I was thinking, I said, man, her music is really good. And I was checking out some of her YouTube pages and looking at some of the, the comments. And definitely this is agreed and shared by many others, that she's on fire. She has music, her delivery, and also in this genre, the genre of hip hop, right? Of hip hop or of rap. One would say she's a rapper. I'll say hip hop as well. Um, and in researching this article, I came across some other things that I wasn't really so keen to, but once I found out, I said, I really got to share this. And I said, let me just start out right here and just say why, Aiden Derso, the Ethiopian, Israeli rapper Aiden Derso, 18 things. So there's two articles I really like and I really will point your attention to. One is Haaretz, right? The Israeli newspaper known as The Earth, right? Or The Land, The Earth, Haaretz. She has an article there in Haaretz, pointing out the freshness of her sound, and so forth and so on. Not too sure when that was written, but let's just start out with this right here. This is from Hey Alma. Hey Alma, 18 things, right, about the Ethiopian, Israeli rapper Aiden Derso. Aiden, like the Gan Aiden, the Garden of Eden. Actually, Aiden, in Hebrew, right, biblical Hebrew, Ivrit, Yehudit, it means like pleasure, delight, right? Derso, yeah, Aiden Derso. So here's this from April 23rd, right, 2019. This particular article right here. I'd like to share a few words why I think she's one of the best kind of artists, rapper. I mean, especially like for me, maybe it's for me because, Rastafari, Yehudi, we the black Jews of the line of the tribe of Judah, because we have an inclination, to study, to learn, and to master Hebrew, the biblical Hebrew, but also, the, modern Hebrew, secular Hebrew, and also the connection, with the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews as well, and she being a Beta Israeli, a Beta Israel, what ones would call an Ethiopian Jew, or, Beta Israel, Ethiopia, maybe that's the connection there, Now, when I say one of the best hip hop artists, especially Israeli hip hop artists, I mean, there's probably others. This is no shade, as we would say, on other artists. But perhaps one of the barriers might be like the language, because even when I shared her music with others that, really didn't know, like, the Hebrew, they definitely, can hear, her skill set. So she's very, very talented, so forth and so on. And I said I have to just, a little homage. We also shared some of her music on our platform, on our podcast, Rastafari Israelites. We share her music, especially the Bam Bam, the Bam Bam, what the Bam Bam, that um Sister Nancy tune, right? That she kind of did. Also to heal up DJ Mesh. Got to heal up DJ Mesh as well. Hamon Torah. Aiden Derso is amazing. Seriously. I just want to share a little bit of this article here with you, with my family, my brothers and sisters, and hopefully, like, share. Also check her out on the Instagram, because I'm on Instagram. I don't use it as much as I probably should, but I just went there and I said I had to, like, start following right there. Also on the Facebook as well. Just check out her music for yourself. I know to understand, like, exactly what she's saying, you may not be, but just the pop of it, the flow of it, amazing. You should be able to feel it, even though one might not, understand or fully understand, all of her relics. This here will hopefully give one's a kind of little overview. So at this time, this was back in 2019, right? 21, 22, 5, 6, 7, I guess about roughly 20. They say you're not supposed to go into a woman's age, right? But I would say like 27, maybe 28, right? But at this time, 21-year-old Ethiopian Israeli rapper recently broke through with a profile in American Vogue. Who knew? And since then, we haven't been able to stop listening to her music, right? And even if one may not fully understand all the Hebrew she's spitting, you know what I mean? You hear the flow of it, the music of it, as well. And we would definitely recommend if she can kind of, kind of mix it up. I know, like, her audience mainly is, the Israeli audience and maybe the Hebrew speaking audience, but definitely there are a lot of people who love your music. I don't deal with fans. We say fire burner fan, not dealing with fans. I know fans are important for, in the whole music stuff, and don't want to go into music industry, you know what I mean? And it's maybe good that she's out where she's at, doing her music, because she's continues to do her music and drop some very interesting and good tunes, things that, we definitely like and listen to. So we also encourage you to check out some of her music. So here are 18 things to know about this soon-to-be superstar. I think she's already a superstar in the sense of her craft, her art, her artistic craft. It is Aiden Derso, right? Or Aiden Derso, or Aiden Darso. There's different ways, of spelling. English language publications can't seem to decide because, from the Hebrew, the Ivrit, the Hudit into the Anglit, there's some ways of translate, even with the Amharic, and one, some of the fellow Talmudim, the Chabarim, no doubt that even for us, in transliterating things, there's a couple of different ways that, English allows some variety, right? So we're going with Aiden Derso because we see also elsewhere Aiden Derso, reading the article here, from Hey Alma, right? The spelling that makes most sense when you translate from the Hebrew, Aiden Darso, right? Her name in Hebrew. Even though her Instagram, you could check it out, is Eden or Aiden Derso, 2 S's on Spotify. Also check her out on the Spotify and Apple Music. She's Eden Derso. All right, so some of the spellings, if ones and ones can make a note of the spelling, point one, first thing, right? Second, she was born and raised in Rehovot, a city south of Tel Aviv, Israel, right? Her family immigrated from Ethiopia in 1992, all right? That's the next thing. Now, let's scroll down here, humble requests, support, Hey Alma, definitely support. The content is free. Thank you very much for the free content, because We believe everybody deserves to be a part of our radically inclusive Jewish community. And one thing I want to say about Hey Alma, we caught a few other articles. I don't know if we did videos on them, but we definitely should. Thank you very much. Reader donations, they help them, to do that. So will you give what you can to help Hey Alma? Open to all. It's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah, as well as LOJ. Yes, LOJ, Yehuda Anbesa. Right? The third item, right, is that she's the youngest of 7 children, Aiden Derso. Right? She has 5 older brothers and 1 older sister. Fourth thing, right? Quote, I am the youngest rapper in Israel, so I always talk about it. Right? That's another note right there. I was thinking the unsungness, of Aiden Derso, her music and what she's doing, with her music, and, that later on these are the type of people that later on people be like, wow, they were the first at this, first at that, first at that, first at that. You know what I'm saying? Unsung, right? But let's sing, you know what I mean? I always rap that I am better than a man because they need to know. They need to know that a girl can do it better than them. And they don't, right? She told Vogue. They expect me to come out sounding like Beyonce, but I'm more like Tupac. And then I spit my heart out, right? And yes, she does spit, right? The fifth one is that she often performs while wearing a fanny pack, which #goals, right? So here's a site right here. Aiden Derso. You see, this is still of a video. We would play some of this, but because of the whole copyright, blah 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 blah. We just kind of show this right here. Here's Aiden Derso, right here. 333 likes. Amen. The last person said. The 6th point right here. She originally started rapping in English, but switched to Hebrew because in Hebrew my vocabulary is much wider than in English. That's interesting right there. And I hope that she can strengthen the English as well, and do some other tunes, that can also reach other audiences, like audiences, that might be, more able to receive even more of the Hebrew if she puts in a little more of the English. But she does actually, put in English, like the one, what is it, Keta, Shakuf, right? Shakuf, yeah, that one there. She explains that initially in Hebrew, it didn't sound right. It sounded like imitation. But then I started to listen to Nechi Nech. Oh, wow. Nechi Nech also is another artist. Yiddishay, I think he did the tune that we have played on our old blog talk, was Yiddishay Rastaman. Yiddishay Rastaman. Whoa. Yeah. And said to myself, okay, someone is doing it right. That's how I started in Hebrew. Now that's interesting. Family. Nechi Nech. Nechi Nech has a tune called Yiddishay Rastaman. All right. Yeah, that one is good. And what's interesting about that tune there, it has like a very much a reggae kind of a flavor to it, right? So the correspondence between the reggae, and the dancehall reggae even, and the hip hop. So we see, even beyond this, I see the connection between our diasporic people. We once lost, now found, Beta Israel, at home and abroad. That's another aspect. Ones can find it out on, other aspects of what we put out as well. But Nechi Nech, yeah. So that's interesting there. It sounds right when it's yours. When you don't imitate Tupac, when you bring yourself. But it's interesting, the connection with even Tupac. So hopefully this vlog, this video right here can help to, build some bridges, and ones can share it with Aiden Derso or DJ Mesh, right? Shagola. So right here, her debut album is called Keter Shakuf. Keter Shakuf, which translates to be transparent crown, or crown transparent. Keter Shakuf, right? She released it with DJ Mesh, right? He's a Tel Aviv producer. So we've seen him on a lot of the tunes that we caught, is Aiden Derso, and then also we'll have DJ Mesh, right there. This is on DJ Mesh Shigola, right? 3,026 followers right here. I think that is DJ Mesh right there. And even the art is interesting. It's like a kind of a facial kind of, what would you say, kind of a mosaic, a mesh between, I think it's her face, his face, so forth and so on, as this is a kind of a collective effort, so to speak. Yeah. So anyway, so right here, DJ Mesh, Shigola, some comments right there, and Ivrit. But let's go on right here. That's him on the Insta. They're right there. That's him on the Insta, DJ Mesh. So salute to DJ Mesh, because if he's the DJ, we love the mixing, for different musical forms, Sometimes we hear a little reggae there, we hear a little hip hop, and how it's blended together with the Ivrit, with the Hebrew, and of course with Aiden Derso, with her artistry, and also her confidence. She has a lot of confidence, with his attitude, but also the way that she spits, with the Hebrew, and even when getting into her lyrics in Hebrew, Atzavim. Why transparent crown? Well, as an Ethiopian Yehudi, right, an Ethiopian Yehudit, actually, Kushi, right, Yehudi, she explains, I know we live in a time when our color is considered a threat. This is what Aiden Derso said. But I choose that my music will focus on how beautiful we are. And that could be because I truly believe we have a transparent crown on our head. Therefore, the first album over here under 8 right here. Was it 8? No, actually it was up here. It was 7, right? The Keter Shakuf. That right there. Keter Shakuf, right? Which means transparent crown, right? And then what she says to that in the 8th item here on Hey Alma, right? Why Keter Shakuf, right? As a Ethiopiawi, as an Ethiopian, right? Ethiopiawi to Yehudi, she explains, I know we live in a time where our color is considered a threat, but I choose that my music will focus on how beautiful we are. And that could be because I truly believe we have a transparent crown on our head. And that brings us to the next part right there in the same tune, Keter Shakuf, right? Shakuf, transparent crown. She says something about Ani New Age Malka Shava, right? Ani New Age Malka Shava, even those who don't feel me feel the love. Beta Israel communities, right? Ethiopian Yehudim, right? Sometimes regard themselves as descendant from the Malka Shava, right? From the queen, Yesaba Nagist, if we say it in them hard, Yesaba Nagist, the queen of Sheba, the 10th item right here, right? But that connection right there very much resonated, and how she just presented it and just kept on moving with Keter Shakuf, right? The 10th item, right? Here's one music video. This is a music video of Transparent Crown. If you can check this out, right? For the track Buses, right? The track Buses right here, right? Here we go right here. Autobusim, right? In the Hebrew, Autobusim, right? Aiden Derso, the DJ Mesh, Autobusim, right? In the Ivrit right there. But look for Aiden Derso. You see the spelling there, and DJ Mesh, and check out this particular video right here. Very good video. Yes, and the videos are really good. One can really get into music by even checking out some of her videos. Some of the videos that she has, and many of them are on the YouTubes. And please, give like thumbs up for the algorithm as well. Thumbs up her video, also ours, but here, this is for her. You know what I mean? Because we think that she's a real talent. She has something to say, right? And more ones need to hear, and feel it. The 11th item right here, right, of the 18 things, with regard to autobusim or autobuses, right? Aiden Derso wraps the Hebrew word for buses in the female form, not male. Now that's a whole other level right there when we start to deal with the linguistics, yeah? One interviewer had asked, are you playing with the Hebrew on purpose? Maybe it's some type of rebellion against the correct language, the elitist, the quote upright. Or am I reading too much into it? Now, even that right there, to understand, like she mentioned about our color in this time, she recognizes that, and this also has prompted her or inspired the way she, delivers her lyrics and what she says actually in the relics and in what she's saying, in what she's spitting, right? So the interviewer asks her because the word for buses, right? She wraps the Hebrew word for buses in the female form. So there's autobusim and there's autobusot. I think autobusot, right? If I'm correct, autobusot in the female form. So the interviewer was wondering, like, because this is something that, Yisraelim, would be very sensitive to, you know what I mean? Because she's born in Israel, she speaks Ivrit, Hebrew. So the interviewer asks her, are you playing with the Hebrew on purpose? Maybe some type of rebellion. Talking about a revolution against the correct language, the elitist, the Yashar, Hayashar, the upright. Or am I reading too much in this? So what did Aiden Derso? What did Aiden respond? She said, if you ask me how many buses are in front of me, I'll probably say 3 in female form, right? And not 3 in the male form, because that's the way I talk. And I'm not going to change anything for accuracy. Now, Chabarim, when we go through the Ivrit, the biblical Hebrew, and speaking on some things, the spirit, you see the one and the sameness of the spirit, right? This is the way, how we express ourselves. You know what I mean? This is what makes language really language, and this is what makes language grow, Because, I meant 3, right? Because, I meant 3 in male form. It's not like the bus suddenly grew boobs. There was no purposeful statement. But when I started getting comments telling me to change every time I make a mistake, I firmly refuse. I realize that I do stand behind it. Now, this is a very interesting thing. This actually kind of leads to more of, say Rastafari, on that level, but let that be. But her point on this is so very interesting right here. So in this video right here, Auto Busim, right? That's the title there. But as she raps it Auto Busot, right? Sim, im, and ot, the male and the female form, right? And then she said that when so this might be one of the reasons why too, because I'm thinking to myself that she's such a good, rapper, hip hop artist. I regard her hip hop, but people say rapper, but yes, she raps, but it's in the genre generally music, but it can be in the hip hop genre. Also, kind of in the reggae genre too, that bam bam, wata bam bam. Well, she knew wata bam bam was on that rhythm, right? But now how she defends her articulation and expression, and also has a reasoning, da'at, ledati. 12th item. She sometimes feels caught between her Ethiopian and her Israeli identity, explaining. This is what Aiden Derso explained. She said, I feel so Israeli, but I also feel very Ethiopian. But I wasn't even there in Ethiopia, in Ethiopia. I wasn't even born there. But the culture, the neighborhood, my mom, I felt too Ethiopian in my hood. But in school, I felt like I was letting go of my Ethiopian side. I always had that struggle. End quote. Check that out. Right now, she served, this is the 13th item you need to know about Aiden Derso, that she served as an operations sergeant in the IDF. All right, and see our peeps right there. You know, Beta Israel. All right, we say we all Beta Israel. We're Beta Israel. You know, here in the Americas and the Caribbean, because Beta Israel in the house of Israel, but it's because of the Beta Israel there in Ethiopia that helped to preserve that heritage, you know, of those of us in the diaspora, right? After 400 years, right here. You know, so this is Aiden. You see Aiden Derso right there. There she goes right there, right, with the peeps, with the peoples, yeah? So let's scroll down here, right? So the caption says, the caption above it says Shabbat Shalom from Preda unit, right? From Preda unit. Shabbat Shalom from Preda unit. Do we see the caption? Where's the caption up here? Okay, Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Mates Evet, Preda. Yeah, the Preda. So here, the 14th, we're almost finished right here. When she released Keta Shakuf, right, Transparent Crown, she wrote on Facebook, a black 20-year-old woman singing and rapping and just coming to show that a woman can also be the best rapper in Israel. Wow. You know, I didn't get into this detail. This is like fresh. I like to go over. I like to scan over it. I like to bring it out fresh, unless it's like a deep study, right? But this is what we was gonna say. This is what we said in our opening, that she's one of the best hip hop artists, Aiden Derso. You know, he a chata me'ameneya ha hip hop hat ovim biyoter, right? One of the best. Right? She's the best Hebrew artist. That's what we said. He ha omanat האומנית artist, האומנית העברית הכי טובה, right? And then to hear her as well, you know, basically state that, you know, that a woman can be the best rapper in Israel, right? And that has to be known, right? This is why we're taking this time out on our platform to share this right here on Aiden Derso. Transparent Crown is out, and I'm proud of the journey I've been through. I never believed that I would release my album before finishing my military service. Check it out, right? Her brother Asaf Derso is a photographer, and his pictures of her are amazing, and he's so proud of her, right? So also check out, you know, the work of her brother Asaf Derso, right? Note, he hashtags her last name as Derso, so looking at the spelling, and not Derso, all right? Some have an extra S there. Just a little nuance there when dealing with like Ethiopian and sometimes even Hebrew names and words, yeah? You know, Afro-Semitic. It's the whole Afro-Semitic thing, that Afro-Semitic thing. Hey, Aiden, do a tune, Afro-Semitic thing, you know, and heal up your man, Yadon, yeah? Here's another music video that she filmed in Ethiopia. This is one we like. This is Af Echad. This is, Afchad. Yeah, Afchad. Afchad. Very interesting. Love this. And even DJ Mesh, you know, he's the DJ, and how the mix of the Ethiopian sound, right, is mixed in with the music right here. 17, right? The 17th item. Objectively, she is cooler than you, me, and all of us. And her Instagram is Aish, right? It's Aish, right? It's fire, Aish. It's Sat, Aish. Aiden Derso, right here, right? Right, there she go. There go Aiden Derso, right? There's Aiden Derso. Check it out again, Aiden Derso, right? Aiden Derso. Here, 260 likes. It says Yellow Sheba, Malka Shava, New Age Malka Shava. Here, Aiden Derso again, right? There she go. So her brother, I didn't even notice it, but I noticed, I liked the pictures. You know, she has a wide range of pictures, you know, the looks, you know, even the videos as well. Good production value. Great, excellent, right? Double bunned up, right? This was a double bunned up. So you see her here for double bunned up, right? Double bunned up, right? Right there. Let me move this over here. There we go, all right? Just balances a little more better, right? So the 18th right here, to end, Aiden Derso said, quote, I always joke and say, I'll act, I'll sing, I'll model. But at the end of the day, what I really want is that a little girl will see a face like hers on the screen. Amen. Ve'imru, amen. Right? In another interview, she expanded on this saying, right? She explained, but the article says she expanded on this saying, quote, I want to be everywhere for everyone to see, acknowledge, and respect what I do, because I would have loved to see a black woman spinning, right? Spinning this country, right? When I was a child. I want Yisrael to eventually be sick of my face. Wow. That sounds like a lot like Barhana Selassie, like Bob Marley, right? You know, like Barhana Selassie. That sounds a whole lot like Bob Marley when he says, you know, they're going to get tired to see my face, but they can't get me out of the race, right? We can't, quote, wait, end quote, right? For Aiden Derso to be everywhere. So maybe this is why I felt so prompted and inspired to even bring this forward. Much thanks, Hamon Toda, right, to Hane Grace Yageb, right, for help with the Hebrew to English translation for this piece. Images of Aiden Derso, right, in header is from Aiden's Instagram. So at the top right there, they're there. This was by Emily Barak, right? Emily Barak, she, her, right? That's her pronouns. Thank you. Is Alma's deputy managing editor. So this article right here, read more. There's other interesting articles as well, right? Right? And they do tackle some of the, I can't say racial matters, right, as well. There's a couple of other articles. I think I've touched on it before, but now I want to go over, you know, Hey Alma, thank you very much for this one right here. Here's Aiden Derso once again. Would like to review the other article that she has on the Haaretz, right? So stay tuned. Aiden Derso, what can we say? You know, he ha'omanita, ha'yisraelita, hachi, tova, hip-hop, gever or nekeva, right? But definitely nekeva. Ledati, you know, in my opinion, ledati. Shalom, Chaverim, shalom. Like, share, and subscribe, and also go and hit up Aiden Derso's, you know, her Insta. Check out the Spotify, also her Facebook as well, and tell her that Yadon, you know, LOJ, right? Rastafari Jews sent yous. Shalom, Chaverim. Shalom. Yeshua Shalom.